Hey, Dana here. Hey, welcome to my garage. It's a continuation of trying to figure out why this '08 Jeep Compass is winding, has bad winding sounds in the front. Well, I decided to go ahead and check the CVT transmission here and see what my fluid level was. You got to buy this kit. What you got to do is you got to look at your chart. It'll tell you what vehicle you're looking at. In this case, it's chart B. And what you need to do, you got to stick that dipstick in there, and you got to look at your temperature of your fluid, and then you're going to match it with what it says on the dipstick, and then it's got to stay within this graph. Okay, so I bought this EverStart from Walmart, and it's got a thermocouple with a temperature probe. By sticking that in there, I attached it to the dipstick, and this is telling me the temperature of that fluid right now. So I'm at 78 degrees in there, and then we're going to go to the chart, and it's somewhere between 70 and 80. So you go up your chart, here's your lines, so it's got to be between 24 and 36 as far as your level is concerned. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pull that out real quick. All right, we're back. I'm troubleshooting the humming noise on this '08 Jeep Compass, and I got the front wheels off the ground, and all I hear is brakes right now. Rotor noise. I do hear that inside the transmission. I hear this on both sides. I did start it up, and I did run it momentarily, and there's a lot of vibration off center. So what I'm going to do right now is I can't move the wheels back and forth from top to bottom. So the bearings are solid. I'm not getting an anti-skid, so it's telling me you get an anti-skid, you probably got bad bearings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove the drive shaft, because this is four-wheel drive. I'm going to remove the drive shaft and then test ride it and see if that's my issue. I did have this problem on the escapes, and the minute I dropped the drive shaft, the noise went away because of the carrier bearing making the noise. All right, we're back. I had to put this into four-wheel drive so I can move that drive shaft around so I can get that bottom bolt. I tried to jack this up and then try and rotate it, but you have to have the key on. You have to have the key on and put it in four-wheel drive to select the rear gearbox, because it's electric. So just lifting the rear wheels up and trying to turn the shaft. I don't know, I may have to have the shaft in neutral to rotate that. I didn't try that. Let me try that and see if that works as well. I'll try that as well. Hopefully I was able to drive it around and get it rotated around so I can get to it. We'll put that in neutral and see if that rotates. Okay, just put it in neutral. I got the wheels blocked, so it ain't going away. Of course, you can't turn the key to off because it has to be in park for that to happen. All right, I got my last one off, and the nut came off. The stud stayed. I got no clue. All right, so next thing, I got to get this little shield off of here so I can get to that bolt up there to get this carrier bearing down. If that's not the problem, I don't. It's something to do with the transmission. Only thing I can think of. Even though the fluid's good, level's right, I don't know. I can't believe both wheel bearings are gone again. I just changed them. I know they're both used, but there's just a heck of a lot of screaming under there for wheel bearings. And the other thing is, if they are bad, I should have anti-skid lights. Hope this thing isn't done because I got too much work into it. The rear, the front, steering rack, motor's still good. There's no real bad rust under here. It just sucks. There were three, those are 13s. I was able to loosen them up. I used that blaster, and I think that did the job. I what you doing? What are you doing? There we go. See what that's all about. There we go. Now this is probably our part of. Okay, so that's off. We're good there. Now I should be able to get to those. No, it'll be bigger than that. Probably 16s. And I'll drop that down. I gotta come over and get my jack stands under here so they don't come crashing down on me. I'm not sure where the flex. I don't know where the flex is to get this to let go. Maybe it's in there. I don't know. Maybe that flex is in there. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, those are 16s. 16 12 points. So we are loose. We're loose here. I have it being held by the drive shaft. Oh, that's true. When I drop the drive shaft down, it's gonna bring that off. Okay. I didn't think about it just a second ago. Alright, so carry bearing is loose. Now my question is, when I pull this out, am I gonna get fluid? Okay, we got it disconnected. I want to mark it, so if I got to put it back in, at least I know right where it actually came out of without it rotating. Alright, so get that. Alright, so I made it easy. I just marked the back of it so I can get it up here. I know that one actually goes on the stud. That made it easy. All right, now my question is, when I pull this, am I going to get fluid out of this transaxle here? Nope, not looking good. That has a seal and everything. The minute you pull that out, we're going to get fluid. Oh, why couldn't they have made it easy? Yep, the minute I yank that out, I'm gonna get fluid. It's not a sealed thing. Oh man. That is a seal. Son of a gun. Inside here is grease. So you can't drive this two-wheel drive like you can in the Escapes. Prove it, I pulled it out a little bit, and here's the gear oil coming out of it, so I know it's surfaced. Also, when you pull it out, it is on splines, So you're gonna have to make sure you put it back in. You gotta line it up. You're gonna have to line it up so you're able to line with these. Once if you've moved since you did that, then that's gonna be the way that is. Well, it looks like I got to put it all back together again because you can't drive it without the drive shaft. Okay. Drive shaft, all-wheel drive models. Well, this is selectable, so it doesn't matter. See, raised vehicle, of course, chalk. Use chalk or scribe an index when you remove it. Make sure everything's aligned, which I just did. Support drive shaft, not let it hang from the front. Have an assistant and slide the shaft from the outer transfer case. Remove drive shaft from vehicle, reinstall it in the same manner. And then you gotta recheck your level on the amount that you lost. Drive center support bearing. Center support bearing is not replaceable separately. If it is needed replaced, the whole drive shaft must be replaced. All right, thanks for letting me know that. Now I need torques real quick. Drive shaft center support bearings are 30 foot-pounds. Center support bearing heat shields are 15. And drive shaft rear differential 43. Not that close. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, so you can see my combination to get up in there. I've got a 3/8 universal, 16. I think this is 16. 16 socket, a wobble 2-inch extension with a wobble 6-inch extension with another 3/8 2-inch extension, and then the adapter for my 1/2-inch. And I got right in there and got that taken care of. And I already torqued it to 40 foot-pounds. So you're only gonna get part of that back. Right. This side here did the same thing with the universal. I was able to get up on that, and then two 6-inch extensions. Come on. You know, you let go. All right, so this is done. I'm not leaving my socket up there. Come on. Get off of there. There we go. All right, so that's that. It was a, oh, excuse me, it's a 14. That's a 14. Those are 16s. And these are 13s. So these were what, 15 foot-pounds. This was 30 foot-pounds. And those 4 bolts there were 40 foot-pounds. All right, so now the drive shaft is back installed. A little bit of leakage here because when I pulled it out, it was dripping. So that's how you remove the rear drive shaft. And you cannot drive this 2-wheel drive like you can the Escapes. Because that drive shaft on the Escapes is enclosed. It's a cup that sits on the, it's a cup that comes out, and then your shaft has got a cup on it too to keep the grease in it. So you can drive that around 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive if you take that drive shaft out. But as you saw in some of my videos, I remind you that if that frickin' cup comes off, you got wheel bearings all over the place. So do not do that if you're working on the Escapes. All right, I gotta go downtown and get some plumbing supplies. I'm gonna go ahead and drive this down there. We'll see what the sound is. Nothing's gonna change because I haven't done anything to change anything. I just don't know what's going on with it, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to call this junk, because I don't know if it's transmission. It's out of my. That's above my pay grade. Okay. I can't get it up. I can't get it past 20 right now without it screaming. I'm in drive. Okay, there's another way to troubleshoot this by turning the steering wheel from right to left. If the noise disappears, this tells you which wheel bearing is bad. In this case, I turned the wheel to the right and the noise went away, telling me it was the right side of the bearing. The thing I can do is try new wheel bearings on it. I was thinking maybe it might be brakes. Brakes are good. We're good at low range.